Hello and welcome to this James the Bike Guy, where today we're getting to take a look at something pretty neat. Surly's newest and least expensive bike in their lineup. That's right, this is the brand new Surly Preamble, an all-steel rowdy bike for just about anything you might want to do. And we're going to go into the features and designs of this bike. We'll talk through the customization that you're able to do on this rig. And then, of course, we'll end it off with exactly what it weighs. Talking Surly Preamble. Now, this is a cool bike because it's both brand new for Surly, it's brand new for my channel, and I've been geeking out, checking it out for the first time just ahead of this video. And what we have here is their latest incarnation of sort of a do-all bike to kind of encourage you to get out there and have some fun. And this one in front of us is in their Best Buds Green, which is just this really neat, creamy green, almost white. I don't know how to describe it, but I hope it comes through on camera because I'm liking it quite a bit. But this bike is what their newest incarnation is of bringing a lower priced, highly customizable Surly that's still going to give you that same classic Surly ride feel that you have on their other bikes, but now in a much more affordable package. This one, for instance, in front of us, well, it's $1,099, which I know is not cheap. I'm not claiming that this is a cheap bike. What I am claiming, though, is that you're getting Surly's frame set and tubing in a lower price point with more basic components to help you get going on their bikes. And part of what makes Surly ride so well is their Chromoly tubing. So this has 100% Chromoly tubing from Surly. It uses their Natch profile, which is kind of their marketing slang term for the way that they decide to do the butting on this bike. And so what butting is on a round steel tube like this, you might just think it's a standard tube, but instead, when it's manufactured, they're manufacturing in a taper profile to the tubing. And that means up near the joints, it'll be a bit thicker. In the centers, typically it's a bit thinner. That helps save on weight, but they also can tune the ride quality. And their Natch profile, which is their own specific way of deciding how much and how little to do as far as the amount of butting, is what really makes these Chromoly frames ride so dang well. And so with Chromoly, you've got a couple of benefits. The first is they're incredibly durable. They also are a bit more comfortable than aluminum because the steel is going to be just a little more flexible. But on the flip side, they are a bit heavier. They do have the classic look, which is either a love it or hate it. Personally, I love it, but that's up to you. And then up front, Surly's running their 4130 Chromoly fork. And this fork is going down to quick release on the front as well as a quick release on the rear. And this is one of the places where Surly has been able to bring down the cost. You'll see this rear quick release, which has the Surly S in it. Well, this dropout for the quick release is a cast steel piece. And so that, of course, nothing wrong with it, but on many Surly models, you would have had a sliding dropout rather than a single position dropout. And so that's just a way for them to more commoditize the way that the bike's being built and used to make it a little less expensive while keeping their same high quality frame tubing. And up front, of course, it's a threaded bottom bracket. We've got the Shimano Q's front crankset, and out back is, of course, still Shimano Q's running through a 1x9 drivetrain. So here we've got the 1x9 Shimano Q's rear cassette. This is going from an 11 all the way up to 41 tooth, and you're getting tire clearance inside of this rear dropout system of up to 41 millimeters. Now the bike is coming stock with 35 millimeter wide tires on these 700C wheels, but I should mention from sizes medium to extra large like this bike, well, it's going to run 700C wheels, but to help with fit, the small and extra small, instead run 650B wheels, a slightly smaller diameter, to keep the frame and the geo looking right. Now, speaking of frame and geo, this is going to put you in a slightly more upright than just straight fitness position. And for that, we've got this riser handlebar. Nice to see on the bike. It is a 31.8 31/8 riser handlebar, so 31.8 bar clamp, 35 mil rise on an aluminum bar. Out back, you're going to have the Sella Italia X base saddle on a 27.2 aluminum seat post going in to that steel frame. And I just love the way that Surly has just little trinkets showing that they're not just getting generic things like seat clamps. Instead, this is a Surly seat clamp built just for this bike, and really cool to see all those little touches across the rig. Other things to talk about is the frame set itself is going to have lots of ability to carry. So out back, we've got, of course, rack mounts. We do have fender mounts down low. You can run fenders with the rack. And then in the front, because it's such a large triangle and a traditional straight across top bar, we're going to have plenty of room for frame bags if you want to. Of course, a down tube and a seat tube water bottle mount. And then up front, that Chromoly steel fork, well, that's got rack and fender mounts as well. So you can do an out front rack, a pizza style. You can do the racks that hang off of the side, all kind of connected together. And of course, to slow down the bike, once you're starting to put, say, 5 to 35 pounds of gear on this, it's going to be some Tektro hydraulic disc brakes. So we've got our hydraulic disc brake there, and that's going to go down and clamp down on this 160 millimeter rotor with a 2-piston hydraulic caliper. So those are together, slowing down the bike both on the front and the rear to give you a bit more confidence as you go through. And yeah, just, man, I love the way this thing looks, if you can't tell by the way that I'm talking. Well, anyways, now that we've taken a chance to get a look at this bike, I think it's time that we go ahead and find out exactly what it weighs. And the actual weight of the Surly Preamble size large comes in and weighs 26.8 pounds. Thanks so much for joining me here to check out the Surly Preamble. I hope you enjoyed checking this out. I failed to mention earlier, but this is the flat bar version or the straight across bar. They do make a drop bar version as well. So go ahead and let me know down in the comment section below. What would you prefer to ride? One of these with a flat bar or a drop bar or something else entirely? Let me know, and I'll see you in the next video.